Put this show on the road. As always, a quick check just to make sure we can hear ourselves, or I can hear it. One moment and I'll begin. Oh, come on. Alright, all set. Let's start this up. I need to make sure something else wasn't screwing up. I should also have the weakness chain in guard. Greetings everyone, my name is Etterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Rockman 8 Famicom Edition. Excuse me. Of Rockman 8 Famicom Edition. During the last stream, I defeated 5 RMs, so next I'll go after Searchman. So far, my experience with this game is mixed at best. Also, I should showcase all the special weapons I've got. First, here's a flash bomb. I already showcased the Mega Ball. Water balloon. Just slightly more powerful than the Mega Buster. Tornado Hold, which I recently got. Tornado Hold, which I got in the last episode. Tornado Hold, which I got at the end of the last episode. And Ice Wave. My favorite out of the set of weapons. I agree, Jedok. I already destroyed these statues. Well, I guess I just need to combo it together. Whoa. Well, that's one way to get past it without using a flame sword then. Or not. Really? I just want the E-Tank. Was it that hard to ask for? Was it that much to ask for? Well, I think I'm dead. Still, trading one life for one E-Tank is well worth it in my book. I like how we still have that secondary option in place, in case you defeat Clownman first. I know, it feels a bit too precise here. I don't have Searchman's weakness either, so I'm gonna have to Buster Duel him. That was a bit close. And I failed it. Back down I go. Oh, how I wish I had a shield weapon. Agreed, Buster. Or readapt the stage is better, like what they did for Rockman 7. Well, at least the mini-boss didn't respawn. Again, the biggest problems are hitting the missiles. Which wouldn't be too bad, which wouldn't be so bad if I actually had the flame sword. Well, at the very least I made it to the end of the stage. Sheesh, before you go to the stage, I highly suggest you defeat Clownman first. Well, that was fast. I thought he was gonna jump one more time. Out of all the bosses in this game, Searchman is the one that I'm most unfamiliar with. Why I don't like how I lose the charge shot upon taking damage. For all the games, why did it have to be this one? Let's try it again. This wasn't so bad in the original, but we've talked about it already enough about how during this remake they didn't exactly learn the correct lessons. Just like the rest of this LP, this will be edited down in post. Wait, D-Tank respawns? Okay, I'm going for it. Could I squeeze in there? Oh. I thought you couldn't squeeze in there. Still don't like this version of it. It worked better when the graphics were bigger. And when these random enemies weren't just trying to mess you up. This is why I'm thankful I have the... This is why I'm really thankful I have the flash bombs for this stage. You know, on repeat playthroughs, getting back here isn't too bad. Well, this was a complete contrast with the last set of battles. Because he barely used his missile attack, the homing missile attack, I didn't take as much damage, and I somewhat luckily dodged his first missile barrage. So I'll go after Astroman next. I'll leave Swordman for last. Now let's see how the homing sniper works in this remake. So homes in on enemies. Well, at least we don't need to use a Thunderclaw here. Yes, here's a collapsing sand tower. Here's me failing it because I couldn't make the jump. What? No checkpoint there? It's just like the original. Oh, how I dislike that enemy placement. Comes out too fast. Perfect. I wish the homing sniper area was a bit better. Alright, sand tower. We're out of the first simulation. Now we have these enemies to worry about. Still homes in on the wrong enemies. I'm gonna play it safe and wait for this one. Not quite fast enough. If only there was a shield weapon. That's why we're putting it, Philip. It overcorrected the problems of the original game. It overcorrected the original problems. It overcorrected the problems the original game had. In the original version of the stage, you were forced to use the Thunder Claw here. Here comes the maze section. Wow, these doors look tin. Wow, these gates look tin here. Especially compared to Mega Man Maker. I wouldn't call the Mega Man series a casual game. Far from it. It's more designed for a core audience. Is that it? Wasn't there supposed to be a second simulation section? Or am I misremembering? Let's see if he has any new tricks up his sleeves. This attack comes out faster. You know, I don't mind this attack as much because it comes out faster, and there's less waiting time. And down he goes. I didn't mind his pattern. It's like a faster version of Mega Man Maker's pattern. So last but not least, time to revisit Swordman. First one was supposed to happen before the collapsing sand tower. Yeah, I remember now. Yet again, it suffered from the same syndrome. Yet again, it suffered from the same syndrome as Frostman, where a major section was cut off. This time I have all the special weapons outside of Flame Sword, so this should hopefully be easier. I hope at least. Well, I can't escape here. You know, I could have if I floated off screen fast enough. So I'll deliberately game over here. What was the intended item here? Well, I know what it is. It's the Thunderclaw. Now let's try this section again. Originally, you were forced to use a Thunderclaw here, I think. Where is it? There it is. That's why there's a Thunderclaw pole over there. Really, YouTube? We already explained this in the previous set of episodes, but I'll go more over it during my final thoughts on this game as a whole. What? I'm not sure what happened there. I think the spike collision is a bit more generous than I remember it to be. I've heard mentions of him, Daibuman. Thank you for the heads up. Okay, that's not how I intended it to go, but at least I learned how it works now. I'll game over again, don't worry. And I'll put it back in. That's not a good enough justification, Buster. That was more my fault for not paying attention to what was going on. I should have been more careful. That joke wasn't even funny. That's what slash S is for. Alright, let's do this properly this time. And it keeps on going, too. That's quite amazing, actually. Just one ice wave will travel the length of this room. That's definitely a buff. I think. Oh, how I love the flash bomb. Still as useful as it was before. For this section, being able to stand on top of the fire bars would make it much more difficult. I like this version. Oh boy. Homie Sniper, please don't fail me now. Good, you didn't fail me. As long as there's a singular enemy on screen, the aiming works fairly well. Evie, you don't need to yell there. This time, I'll try first fighting Swordman Buster only, then I'll use his weakness. You know, during my second time against this battle, he isn't too bad. You just need to pay attention to his attacks. This attack's still a pain to dodge, though. He's not the easiest boss in the game. I still think there are one or two better candidates, but he's not the most difficult one. Also one of my favorite weapons in the game. Now before I visit the Y status, time to buy the energy bouncer. And probably another E-tank, just for extra safety. Just for safe measure. Sadly we skipped the midway. Sadly we skipped the midpoint stage. Time for Wily's underground castle. Well, this time I didn't game over. Well, this time I didn't lose any lives in Swordman's level, so off to the sledding section. Now let's count how many times we'll die here. I was trying to slide, but I was getting shoved against the left side of the screen. Depends on how they set up the design buster, but as it stands right now, I see what you mean. Again, I don't know why I can't slide here. It's due to the upper curve. It's due to the upper slope. So I'm gonna deliberate game over because I need an extra life. I think by holding a charge shot is eating up my slide input or something. You. That wasn't too bad. Outside of the two deaths in that slide pad. Outside of those two deaths in the first sliding pad. Now let me showcase his flame sword. Slash is a bit faster than Mega Man Maker's version. It feels that way at least. Here comes the force weapon usage. Yeah, this section felt easier than the original, strangely enough. As much as I want to do this properly, I don't trust myself. And yet I fly right down there. Oh, it's because I take more than one charge shot to defeat. Hello there, Atermo. Originally his weakness was the Mega Ball. In fact, you were forced to use the Mega Ball here. Well, at least these always drop pickups, so you won't get soft locked. Now if we can aim it properly. The pink ones are the most dangerous. The pink chandelier is the most dangerous one though. Now if I don't accidentally kick the ball. I could do a much more risky strat, but I don't want to. I could do more than one shot per cycle, but again, I don't want to risk dying. There's two of them this time. Oh, one of them is a fake one then. The one that blinks is the correct one, I guess. Small weapon energy is good enough for me. And down it goes. A bit slower paced than the original, but that's because I was playing this much more cautiously. In the original, it gave multiple small pickups. It should have done something similar here. At least, that's what I can recall. And my weapons aren't restored per level. And my weapons are not restored per fortress level. Not that I use most of them. If only the flame sword was if only the flame sword in the Mega Man Maker was as good as this one. It comes out much faster. Blame Sheepman for your mouse is dead. Time for the next shmup segment. Thank you for showing up, Otto. I should be using better weapons for this. I wish I had a rapid-fire buster replacement for this game. That doesn't cost a lot of ammo. I guess Thunderclaw is my closest replacement now. Deals more costs only one energy to use per strike. Cost only one energy to use per use. End up dying anyway because Semi wasn't fast enough. As I was saying, it costs only one energy per use. And it deals more damage than a buster, at least twice. Oh, how I wish I had that extra life. Otto's redemption. I forgot to use this as well. The Astro Crush is a screen clearing weapon of the game. As good as it was originally. Nothing else to say about the weapon. It's as good as it was originally. Nothing else to say about it. I'll need all the help I can get for this boss. That's it, time to use Astro Crush. You know what, I'll just use an E-Tank. I have enough to spare. Next time it does one of those attacks, I'll use the Astro Crush. I took care of the lower wing. Not how I intended to dodge that attack. Great, not enough energy left. Inexperienced gamer strats. Thank you for the assist, Otto. You are awesome for this battle. Now onto Wily Tree. Perhaps in a future Mega Man Classic game we'll have an auto power-up, like this one. If only I could pay a visit to the shop now. I wish we had the walking count bombs in Mega Man Maker. I wish we had these walking count bombs in Mega Man Maker. They'd make for a fun addition. Thanks for saving me. Thanks for saving me with your giant boulder. Time for the base battle. The one where it uses evil energy. Now let's see how fast I fail this. Fairly fast. And of course, as is the classic series, no checkpoint before the mini-boss. So I'm gonna deliver the game over here. Wait, what? I pressed stop and continue and it didn't work. Ugh. Another reason why I hate the game sometimes. And this is also why I wish there is a "Do you wish to continue" option. Alright, let's do it better this time. It follows the classic style. This is why I don't like when there's a stage select option like that. See, this is something I have resisted complaining about in several previous fan games, but why is the continue option below? Why is the continue option not the default option in these games? Why is it always stage select? Why is it almost always stage select? And this will be edited down in post, don't worry. Or most other fan games with a save option. I could cut this out, or I could play this and fast forward. The faster way of defeating this boss. I'll leave this one in. Yeah, I remember that. At least that was slightly more fair than this one, but yeah. I wish there was a warning saying that if you go back to stage select, it will reset your Wily Fortress progress. Which more fan games are doing, thankfully. Or they allow you to start from any Wily Fortress stage as long as you reached it. Surprisingly enough, the Wily Fortress levels aren't that bad. I expected much worse, something along the lines of Swordman, but they're relatively tame. Even the Jet Sled section wasn't that bad either. I'm not saying they're good, I was just expecting something much more painful. Will auto be my saver again this time? This time, Rush will have triple shot like before. Well, I don't think Auto will be here. There you are, Otto. He always shows up just in the nick of time. Just to make sure I save enough ammo for each of the phases. I'm not gonna use it immediately. I'm gonna use it once per attack. Otto as MVP of this level. Agreed, Jedok. It only took about 10 minutes to get back here. As I said before, these stages aren't as painful as I thought they would be. I was expecting something as painful as Swordman's level, or worse. The base fight didn't seem that bad during my first attempt. Base fight attempt number 2. The fight seemed fine to me. Mostly fair. Pretty much fair. You just need to react to his attacks, and all of them have pretty good tells. extra life. Thank you, game. Okay then. You tried your best. I'm going for that. I need all the lives I can get for the final battles. How are you attacking from off screen? You should have not spawned in yet. Well, at least I made it to the boss battle. Let's see if you have any new tricks up your sleeve, Green Devil. I missed the background. There is an invisible background element there that actually shows that you can hide in front of it. Wrong side. I'm gonna deliberately kill myself here so I can do this again. In the original fight, you can actually see there were some walls in front of you that you could hide. There were some walls in the background which you can hide in front of. But here, they're just black bars. Hopefully they're filled in a future version. Its original weakness is a flash bomb, so I will use it for this fight. Otherwise it'll probably take too long to defeat. Really? So one shot per cycle. I'm still a bit irked on the missing background. I'm still a bit irked about the missing background. It does double hit him. It does double hit them, so I guess it's okay. I wish there was a better indicator when it's going to do this attack, though. When it immediately rises up from the ground again. For a moment there, I was thinking of using an E-Tank. And down it goes. I know, right? The original Green Devil was better. Well, graphically and fight-wise, I'd say. Time for the rematches. So this is where the song originated from. I don't like its Mega Man Maker counterpart either. Alright, time to suss out weaknesses. Time to use weaknesses. Alright, time to use weaknesses. Clownman's weak to the Thunder Hold. Clownman's weak to the Tornado Hold. I wish I knew it'd knock him out of that swing attack. I thought just like in Rockman 7 Famicom, you can't stun bosses. Apparently you can with some attacks. Tengu Man, your weakness is the Ice Wave. The problem is actually hitting you with it. At least you die to 4 hits. At least you get 4 shot by it. Frostman, your weakness is the Flash Bomb, which I'm out of now, so Mega Buster time. Whoa, that was a close one. Because I have 3 lives and I want to save them for the final boss. Grenade Man, your weakness is the Thunderclaw. That should have hurt me there. That's alright, I'll bust a duel next time. The explosion radius is smaller than it actually looks like. Yeah, boss is a bit of jank with its explosions. I'll keep pushing on through. If I game over, I'll try again. Now this went a lot better. Search man, your weakness is the flame sword. I'm surprised it actually kept my charge shot. Aquaman, your weakness is the Astro Crush. Not sure why that is. Swordman, your weakness is a water balloon. Funny how he's weak to the worst weapon in the game. At least it deletes his projectiles. They remember to add that. And it's not like it's a minor weakness, it's a major weakness. So last but not least is Astroman. He's weak to both the flash bomb and the homing sniper. I'll use the latter. And before anyone asks, you cannot charge up the homing sniper in this game. Time for the Wally machine. Let's see. For the first phase, its weakness is the flash bomb. Let's use the tank. There goes the Wily machine. Now to the Wily capsule itself. His weakness is the flame sword. And thus this marks the end of this game. Wily and his plans to take over the world using the new evil energy source have been thwarted. At the very least, it's easier to hit. At the very least, you can hit him with the flame sword rather easily. It's not like he spends most of the battle it's not like he spends most of the battle inaccessible. Basically the same ending as the original Mega Man 8. But thanks to the efforts of Dio, Mega Man escapes safely. Mega Man is rescued and deposited outside. So this is a good time to give my overall thoughts on Rockman 8 Famicom Edition as a whole. Let me just put it out there. At its very best, this game is mixed. Frankly, the best parts of this game are the Wily Fortress levels, ironically. They feel the fairest out of all the levels. However, in the Roadmaster stages, let me just put it this way. The game's developers took the wrong lessons from working on Rockman 7 Famicom Edition. They barely fixed any of the problems that were present in the original Rockman 8 and added a bunch of new ones. They tried to convert the original way you enter the They tried to convert the original way you go through this game, first defeating the first set of 4 Roadmasters, then the second set of 4 Roadmasters, and made it so you can go through them in any order you please. However, the way they did so wasn't the best, especially in comparison with 7 Famicom. That did a better job. We saw that with stages like Searchman and especially Flameman. In the original game, you were forced to have 4 special weapons. In the original game, you were forced to use 4 particular special weapons in order to get through Swordman's level. Here it's not necessary, but having 3 particular special weapons makes the experience a lot easier. Graphics and music for the D-Made graphics and music I feel were okay to decent. I still prefer Mega Man Maker's D-Makes over D's though. Controls were, I guess, fine. Not as good as Rockman 7 Famicom's though. There were certain issues with sliding in certain areas, like what we saw in Wily 1. Let me put it another way. 4 of the stages felt okay, 4 or 5 of the stages felt like okay D-Makes of their original counterparts, but 3 of them felt like worse versions. And when we got to the Wily Fortress levels, well, it felt about the same. It felt fine there. In fact, for stages like Swordman, Frostman, and Astroman, entire chunks of the level were removed, which especially caused issues with Frostman, where the entire second half of the stage was removed, making the stage feel too short. And it kind of ruined the pacing of the Jet Sled section. All in all, I don't recommend you play this game. I recommend the original Rockman 8 I recommend the original Mega Man 8, aka Rockman 8, despite even with all its problems. I recommend you play Rockman 8 over this one. The original Rockman 8. I recommend you play the original Rockman 8 over this one. I recommend you play the original Rockman 8 over this one. That was a much better experience. Nevertheless, I hope that in their future ventures, they're able to learn from their mistakes I hope that in the future, these developers will be able to learn from their mistakes and make better remakes and fan games. Frankly, I could rant more about the specific level design. Frankly, I could rant more about how this game has this game's level design and gameplay issues. But I think I'll end it off here. You get the gist of it. You get the idea now. Though I will thank the developers for actually having a shop system, which was strangely omitted in Rockman 7 Famicom, and I prefer this bolt system over the big bolt system the original game had. I just wish some of these powers were not... I just wish that most of these powers weren't just temporary ones. They were more like permanent ones. Like the originals were. Weapons felt fine, although some of them were better than the original versions, like the Thunderclaw. Here it feels more precise than it was originally. Weapons like the Flame Sword, Flash Bomb, Astro Crush, and Ice Wave are still wonderful to use. Best weapons in the game. The other ones are fine, I guess. Well then, I hope you all enjoyed my Let's Play of Rockman 8 Famicom Edition, viewers. If you enjoyed it, please rate, comment, favorite, and or subscribe, as they all help out the channel. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter as well, and join my Discord server, as I regularly post updates there. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all in a future Let's Play. Alright everyone, I'll be right back in a moment. Alright, let's get the setup. As I said, Basic Master will be coming early next year. I did Rockman 2 on after all, so I might as well cover its sequel. Now hope for the best and hope nothing crashes. This will be a bit of a shorter stream because I'll be running an extra stream on Christmas, Wednesday. Even if it's horrible, it's influential enough, so I have to cover it. Don't worry, I know enough pain. I can do it. Plus, I have rewinds and save states. Alright, here we go. Demo time. If all goes well, it'll be the same usual time, 11:30 a.m. PDT. I'll be covering Mega Man Maker and Christmas Carol Remix. And I'm also looking forward to what Buster is cooking up on Saturday. Enough of that, let's start. Greetings everyone, my name is Ettervel, and welcome to my Let's Try of Mega Man Time Adventure, an 8-bit Mega Man fan game in development by Chang Kinsoon. They asked for me to cover this game, so I will cover the demo, on normal mode. So we have Vaccine Man, Oven Man, Lantern Man, and Scent Woman. I'll start off by going after Lantern Man. Also, as this is my first impressions playthrough, I apologize in advance for any silly mistakes or false assertions I make. Also, I couldn't reset the controls, so it's gonna be a bit awkward. Mega Buster Rush Coil, and this was made using the Mega Mix engine. We only started with 2 lives too, so... And I also noticed I started with only 2 lives, so I gotta be careful not to game over. Nice usage of the dragons here. Will they spit fire at me? It will. I knew one of them would come alive. I wish there was a better indicator for that though. Graphically this stage looks nice, though it is a bit busy in some areas. Though it is busy in a few areas. Like when we went inside that building. So many explosive enemies here. So I guess Lantern Man is the explosive roadmaster of the group. So the weakness is the face. After a while it summons in these enemies. Then it fires a triple shot. And I died. So each one of these 3 attacks follows a different time cycle. Well, I like how it's taking a different route with the stage design. Well, I like how it's taking a different route with the setting. Instead of being a simple campground, instead of it taking place in a simple campground, it takes place during a festival. It takes place during a festival. Probably a Chinese festival from the looks of it. We could do without the number of We could do with reducing number. We could do with reducing the number of explosive enemies here, though. I kind of wish these attacks were better synced up, and there was more indications like the triple shot was coming. Graphically though, this stage looks nice. Especially for the enemies and mini bosses. Eddie, what are you doing here? So this is taking place during the Lantern Festival. Nice touch, we can see Base, a Picket Man, someone else, Dr. Light, Proto Man, and another scientist. I like nice touch. I like aesthetic touches like that. Helps build the setting. Cheng is not a native English speaker, so it's understandable why the dialogue is broken English. It's understandable why the dialogue is in broken English. Wait, at first I thought these were enemies. Costume Parade of Man. Happy New Year. I like how most of the enemies in this stage have custom graphics. So here comes the main gimmick of this stage. This spotlight, which rotates clockwise. The only two enemy types which are recognizable. The only two base enemy types which are recognizable are the Sniper Joes and Shield Attackers. But the Sniper Joe's attack pattern has been modified quite a bit. And the third recognizable enemy, the Meths. Let's go to the left first. Already this stage has 8 different enemy types. And an ice area, which modifies them further. Are you gonna ever fire again? Guess not. Anything up here? No? They did mention a riddle, but I guess that'll be added in later. Well, I didn't expect this to be here. I expect these gimmicks to be in a stage called Pool Man, or Billiard Man. Agreed, Daibuman, this is a bit excessive. This feels like it should be in an ice level. Ow. So there's extra life he was talking about. Now let's go to the right instead. Now let's try going to the right instead. Oh, never mind. We already went there. I was thinking of a different area. Wait. Oh. Why do we have this targeting reticule here then? I didn't expect the stage to transition downwards here. So that's why this is here. That makes a lot more sense. I guess the shield attacker left its orb off screen once I destroyed it. Eight or 9 enemy types in total. That's excessive for a Roadmaster level. I would trim it down to 6 or 7. Not counting the mini boss though. Nor, I'm not counting these fixtures as well. They're just obstacles you have to destroy. They don't do anything else, they don't damage you. They just block you. So far this is an okay stage, but I need to focus more on its gimmicks. It only used the spotlight gimmick once. Boss time. He's the shield-based RM of the group? I thought he'd be the explosive Roadmaster. I thought he'd be the explosive one of the group. Oh no. He's erecting his strongest shield in the game. But I can still hit him when he does his stomp attack. So it's not like he's completely... So it's not like he can deflect all my shots back. So it's not like he's immune to all my shots then. And down he goes. I would nerf the charge shot damage against him down to 2.5. Oh. This weapon demonstration screen is completely playable. This is completely playable, by the way. You should have to demonstrate... Pro tip to developers, you should have the demonstration of the weapon first, then give players free reign to use it. Free reign to test it out. That's how Mega Man 11 did it. Even the rush bike's here. Now let's see if the other stages are complete. Vaccine Man. I understand why it's called a lampshade, but it feels like it should be called the lampshield instead. Suddenly the music's become much quieter. This cannon doesn't look complete yet. Oh. Wait a minute. It raises the acid levels? That's neat. Positioning. That should be positioned further to the right, probably. I think it's a medical research laboratory. That would be a more logical... I think this is a hospital with a medical research laboratory wing. See what I mean by bad enemy placement? The walls are acid-proof, Philip. This nicely introduces the bubble gimmick, but they should have done a better job with introducing that enemy type. Also, what's with the pluses in the background? Oh no. If it raises it too high, I'm dead. But once you go far enough, it will fall down. I gotta say, the lampshade is an actually useful shield-based weapon. Mainly for two reasons. One is because you can spam it quite often. One of which is because you can spam it. The other reason is because it deals a hefty amount of damage to enemies. I see you, beat. Well, that answers my question. Are you coming back? Not enough. Didn't stay enough to the right. Yet again, knocked back. I would like better warning on that. What does that enemy even do, other than flying back and forth? Other than flying over there? I guess his full behavior hasn't been programmed in yet. Whoa. Sinusoidal bullets. work in progress stage, this was okay as well. Oh no, that's not the end yet. Mini boss time. Oh no. Why did you spawn in several hundred entities? The game is lagging heavily. This is why you don't spawn in several hundred entities at once. Can I see this? Nope. At first I was liking where I was going, but then it spawned in all those entities, and now where's the debug option? Okay. There's a number of instances that are available right now. Notice the number of Y weird small robot. There's 1,689 of them. And it's slowly growing in size. I can't cancel out of it, so, yeah, this should be fixed, otherwise you can end up with the game crashing. Okay, I killed all the on-screen entities. Okay, I regained control. Very slowly, I'm making it. See, I like the idea behind that mini-boss, but you really need to ease up on the number of instances. That will crash many computers if you don't have RAM. Well, here comes the invisible enemies. You can't reach me. But once you destroy it, it can. I feel this section is missing a background. And a boss. This level is called Vaccine Man, so it takes place in a hospital/research laboratory. One complaint: just like Lantern Man, its primary gimmick was only used once. For Lantern Man, it was the spotlights. Here was the enemies raising the acid levels. There should be one last instance of it at the end. Also, fix the mini-boss encounter so it doesn't break the game or crash people's computers. Next up, Oven Man. Well, it'd be okay if it spawned enemies, just not infinitely. Like if it only spawned in 3 or 5 of those goons. I get why it spawns them in. It's so that players can't just stay... It's so that players don't just dodge most... It's so that players don't just easily dodge their attacks. It's so that players don't just easily stand in the same area. It's so that it forces the players not to stand in the same area. Is there a way to destroy this? And there's no way to despawn the fires either, other than by waiting. Graphically, this is another good stage. Graphically, this stage is nice look. Graphically speaking, this is another nice look. Graphically speaking, this is another nice looking level. I like this more than Lantern Man. Wait. What was that? Was that cement? Also, all of these tackle fires count as single entities. I would have liked if there was better warning what was coming up, though. Wait. So standing in the muck gradually drains your health. Oh no. It even drains your health when you're in the pause menu. Well, that's a bug. So far this is definitely not looking like a low-effort game. That's what I was worried about when I first got this demo. That it would be a low-effort fan game, but no, it's the opposite. We already have a bunch of custom graphics, enemies, and assets. And each level already feels distinct. That should be fixed in a future update. Whoa. Suddenly the stage slowed down for a moment there. You accidentally entered bullet time. Because standing in the muck drains my health even while I'm in the pause menu, I was worried I was gonna get stuck. I was worried I was gonna get stuck there, infinitely refilling my health. Oh, I just go down there. Perhaps the lava tiles will be added in a future update. This is an early alpha build after all. That's why I'll be nicer on this game. Oh, so we stand on top of them. I thought they were enemies initially. Not sure why these are destroyable then. That fire continuously burns unless it go off screen. Oh, what? Alright, that was interesting. Let's try it again. This will also be edited down in post, so you don't have to see me going through this again. Didn't most of the stages in Mega Man 11 have mini-bosses? I think it's trying to emulate that. Which I'm okay with. I understand, Daibuman. It's more of a preference for me. In Mega Man, I prefer if every state... in Mega Man, I prefer if every World Master level has a mini-boss. Or something to replace it. Or something to substitute for it. I love the popcorn maker enemies though. And at least the stage is actually utilizing its gimmicks to a good degree. Both the MUG, these rotating platforms, and the conveyor belts. Popcorn sound like good names. Popcorn sounds like a good name for them. And that gradually drains my health over time. That's it. Light shade time. Guess that was the mini-boss's weakness. It's probably the popcorn maker. These really need to despawn over time. The fires, that is. And yes, I'm aware the music doesn't move properly, before anyone asks. And now marks the end of the stage. This damages you. So it's like a stomper, but you can't damage it. Well, you can when it fires those popcorn. Well, you can when it fires those projectiles. Out of the 3 stages I've played so far, this is currently my favorite one. It has the best graphics and the best usage of its gimmicks. Uh-oh, he's going red. I don't know, these are work-in-progress graphics, so I won't complain about them much. Mind you, I can actually pause the weapon demonstration. And by defeating him, I get the Fire Cyclone. Wait, oh, this should be completed, but I guess that's not set up properly. So last but not least, time to go after Scent Woman. I also like how all these Royal Master teams are custom. They're not just taken directly from the Mega Man series. Similar to the acid racing gimmick. But this time with shampoo bottles. Wait, did you see that? Let's see that again. When a dinosaur hits an enemy, it explodes, and it damages the enemy it bumps into. What? Either I went the wrong way, or this stage is incomplete. And this platform is raised up as well. Well, not a dinosaur, it's a turtle. Well, if that's not open, I have to go to the left end. Come back, I want to raise it higher. That's as high as it goes. So I'll mark the stage as being incomplete. So let's get out of here. Fire Cyclone will be better if I could fire more than one of them at a time. It deals a decent amount of damage, but because of the way it orbits around Mega Man, because of the way how it orbits from its origin point, it's more challenging. It's more awkward to use. So here are my current thoughts on the alpha demo of Mega Man Time Adventure. I like how we have a combination. I like how we have a traditional Roadmaster. We have a traditional fire-based Roadmaster like Oven Man, but then we have less common teams, like Lantern Man in the Lantern Festival, Sandwoman in a pharmaceutical manufacturing place, a pharmaceutical manufacturing facility where they manufacture soaps and creams, and Vaccine Man, whose stage takes place in a hospital. Even with the fire stage, we have more unique gimmicks. For instance, the muck that slowly drains your health over time, although that needs to be patched so it doesn't drain your health while you're in the pause menu. I say Oven Man stage out of the bunch so far is the best realized. It will need some work with some areas being too crowded, and the fires need to despawn over time, like after 2 or 3 seconds. That way you aren't just forced to take damage in several areas. The issue I see with Vaccine and Lantern Man is that they don't properly use their gimmicks to their fullest potential, or to good enough potential. Oven Man did that with the mechs. Oven Man did that with the muck, but there needs to be more done. I like how 3 of the stages so far all have mini-bosses. Hopefully this carries over to the final game as well. I love it when, in Mega Man games, every Roadmaster stage has a mini-boss that's related to the team. So this needs a lot of polish. So as it stands right now, this game requires quite a bit of polish, but I'm looking forward to playing it. My initial fears were that it was going to be a low to medium effort fan game, but after playing this for the last 40 minutes or so, I got the complete opposite impression. We have custom graphics, enemies, assets, and music. Perhaps at the very least this will be a decent fan game, but we'll see. Well then, thanks for watching and have a nice day. Toodles! Thanks for watching my stream, viewers. Tonight I will be streaming Monolith, and on Wednesday morning at 11:30 AM PDT I will be streaming Mega Man Maker levels which are Christmas and or winter themed. Well then, thanks for watching, and see you either tonight or on Wednesday. Toodles!